Hi all, I am Emily Duras from Ball State University, and we are going to touch base on video modeling today. So, if you've made it to video modeling, it means that you've done a few things to get here. It means that you have reviewed the literature based on your attention-based intervention behavior plan. It means that you have also gone over the behavior plan with your staff. You have looked at materials, data collection, and have done all the PSI learning materials that entail the training. So, with video modeling, we will be practicing scenarios in which we will be using our function-based intervention plan. So, we will have 3 scenarios today, and I will be recruiting Dylan for this training. Our first scenario will entail him being a nonverbal, about 4-year-old student who is getting my attention and uses a picture-based method of communication. In the next scenario, he will be a student that needs help with their homework, but I am helping another student. He is middle school age and completely verbal. And for the last scenario, he will be a young adult client with some language who has some skill set in washing dishes and is trying to get my attention. So before we get into acting out our scenarios, I want to let you all know that the purpose of video modeling is so that you can all have some practice with other staff members, your trainer, so that you can feel confident in implementing the intervention that is in place. And some things to keep in mind is you want to be looking over your treatment integrity checklist. So this will cover what exactly you should be doing in your intervention and materials that may be needed. For this one specifically, it goes about understanding the method of communication that your client uses, ensuring that you are modeling appropriate functional communication for them, that you are also reinforcing the behavior that you want to see, and that the replacement behavior is serving the same function. You want to make sure that you have all the communication methods available. So if they have a PEC book or an iPad in which they have touch chat, lamp, or any other kind of communication device, you want to make sure that you have those materials available to you. You also want to be understanding the skill set that they have. So do they talk with 1 word, 2 words, full sentences, or can you have a full conversation with them? So are you going to be expecting a young learner who uses 2 to 3 word sentences to say, "Excuse me, can you help me please?" Or will you be expecting a learner that is completely independent in their communication and expect them to use a 2-word utterance or a PEC book? So, another thing to keep in mind with video modeling, the purpose of the training, again, is to feel confident in how you're implementing the training. Many of our clients have significant behaviors. Some may be obvious and some sometimes may be funny. But for the purpose of this training, we are to be respectful of the clients we are serving. This training is not to make fun of our clients and not to act like them in exaggerated ways. This should be beneficial to the direct care staff, professionals, anyone working with the client base in this intervention, and should also be respectful to our clients. So, without further ado, we will get into the scenarios, and then you all will practice using the video model. So once the scenarios are over, feel free to replay them again if there's something you may have missed, or to act it out yourselves. So for our first scenario, Dylan is a nonverbal learner who is about 4 or 5 years old. He's going to be hitting me excessively to get my attention for a high five. I am going to model for him how to give me the icon that says high five. For this scenario, it doesn't necessarily say high five, but for all intents and purposes, we will pretend that it does. And then he should be giving me the icon, and I'll be rewarding him with a high five. Oh, you can ask for high five. high five. Nice. Good job. You do it. Awesome. High five. Good work. Okay, for the next scenario, Dylan will be a verbal middle school student working on homework. I'll be attending to another student, and he is looking at me and goofing around to get my attention.
Hey, teacher. Hey,
What?
teacher.
What?
Need help.
Oh, nice job. Thanks for asking. What do you need help with?
I need help with my homework.
Okay, so it looks like you're stuck on 3 plus 2. So you're gonna do 3 plus 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, nice job. That's right. Thanks for asking for help. Okay, for the next scenario, Dylan will be an adult client with some language and some skill set around washing dishes. I'm going to be attending to another task in the kitchen, and he will start splashing water at me to get my attention. Oh, what's going on?
Dishes.
You look like you need soap.
I don't know where it is.
Oh, thanks for telling me. It's right here, under the sink. Here you go.
Thank
Hey, nice job. So we saw Dylan used functional communication to get his basic needs met. So these weren't extravagant scenarios, but they really got into the core of what functional communication is and how to address it with attention-based behaviors. So if you have any questions, feel free to touch base with your trainer on any scenarios that you may encounter where you need to be using functional communication training. So, if you have any questions, get in touch with your trainer, and they can help you navigate other situations in which you may need to be using functional communication training. So feel free to watch this video again if you have any questions or need to watch the scenarios again. But thank you for watching.